Days can be long and exhausting, especially when you're in the throes of parenthood and everything that goes along with that. It's so tempting at the end of the day to just crash on the couch and mindlessly watch TV or scroll through social media until you drift away to sleep. Oftentimes on the couch or with the TV on or with your phone on your chest. Sound familiar? Yes, been there, done that. Yet we know it's not great for us, but we still can't seem to break the cycle. We're just physically, emotionally, and mentally exhausted at the end of the day. Then we wake up in the morning with a feeling of dread and feeling completely unprepared for the day. Not to mention still exhausted because we didn't get a good night's sleep. Remember TV on, remote or phone on your chest? Yeah. We scramble in the morning, we feel stressed, we use harsh tones and words with our kiddos in an effort to get them hustling out the door. And then there's this just mini hurricane wreaking havoc on your home and your family. That sounds like a horrible way to start the day, right? Yet here we are. And this is the reality for so many families. So what's the solution? Well, part of it is your morning routine. If you missed my video last week on morning routine, check it out. I put the link in the description below. But another part of the solution is your nighttime routine. I like to think of morning routines and nighttime routines as kind of like bookends to the day. Like a bookend, they create the structure to hold everything in the middle. The day part, right? And that holds it all together. But without a good structure in place, everything kind of falls all over the place. And like I said in my morning routine video, your morning routine actually starts the night before with your nighttime routine. So a good morning starts with a good night. Still need convincing that a nighttime routine is important? Well, here you go. Research shows that a solid nighttime routine is super, super, super important to you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Some of these benefits include a more restful and quality sleep, feeling prepared to tackle the next day, reduce stress and anxiety, probably because you're prepared to tackle the next day, and you have a clearer mind. All of this is going to help your days be more intentional, more productive, more purposeful, which leads to more joy, less stress, and more time for meaningful connection with your family. Win, 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 win. Just lots of wins here, right? So let's take a look at the pieces of a good nighttime routine. First, figure out what time you want to go to sleep. Then work backwards. Allow yourself enough time to get done what you need to get done. A lot of times we stay up later than we want because we don't plan appropriately. We head to bed and then panic and think of all of the things we need to do before we go to sleep. Now we're stressed, we're worried about the next day, and we get to bed late. Oops. But by having a nighttime routine in place, you are in control of your night and can avoid all of these negative things that will impact your sleep and morning. Your nighttime routine can take as long or as little as you need or want it to. Only you know what works best for you. I think all of these steps we're going to talk about today are important, so don't skip them, but how you do them and how long you take to do them, totally up to you. Okay, number 2, prepare for tomorrow. Review your calendar for the next day. Plot out your schedule for the day. What didn't get done today that needs to move to tomorrow? Put it on your schedule. Include your appointments, your errands, your activities, phone calls, chores, everything. Think about what dinner you want to make and what makes the most sense given your evening commitments. Prepare whatever needs to be prepared. This is a big one. Make sure the diaper bag is reloaded and ready to go. Lunches are made, sports bags and equipment are ready, team uniforms are cleaned and ready, clothes are laid out, permission slips are signed, backpacks are ready to go. The more you can take care of the night before, the less daunting the morning becomes and the more restful your sleep will be. Number 3, reset your house. Make sure kitchen sink is cleared and things are back where they belong. I have piles for each family member at the bottom of the stairs. Anything that isn't where it belongs goes into that person's pile, and it's their responsibility to put it back where it belongs. Dollar store baskets for each family member are perfect for this. Like I said in my morning routine video, there's nothing worse than starting your day looking backwards and having to clean up or deal with things from the day before. I hate that. I love running my dishwasher at night. So that way when I wake up in the morning, everything is clean. That's like my little thing. So you have to figure out what your little thing is and take care of it the night before. Number 4, reflect on the day. So this is not a time to beat yourself up if your day went sideways and you didn't get everything done you wanted to, but it's a time to show yourself a little grace. Celebrate what went well. Celebrate what you did do. Reflect on what could have gone better. And maybe think of a way that next time you can try and make it go better. Set a goal to work on that the next time. Identify what is bringing you joy right now and write it down. And then identify what's causing you stress right now and write it down. Think about why those things are causing you joy and stress. Lean into the things bringing you joy and think of what's within your control to manage the things that are causing you stress. Writing things down is really, really powerful. I've talked about this before, and I'm going to do a whole video on journaling. I've been meaning to do this one. But when we get things down on paper, it releases us from feeling like we have to keep it all in our brains. Plus, writing it down allows us to process our thoughts more clearly. In our brain, our thoughts tend to be like jumbled and haphazard, which is why we keep thinking about it and can't get it out of our head. But if we write it down, our brains will feel like they can relax and prepare for sleep because our thoughts have been documented. We're not going to forget them, so we don't have to worry about it. Number 5, prepare your body for rest. There's this pediatrician, Dr. Jess Andrade, who came up with this schedule to prepare your body for sleep. And it's called the 10-3-2-1 method. So the 10 means no more caffeine 10 hours before you plan to sleep. So that means if your normal bedtime is 10 p.m., no more caffeine after 12 noon. That one got me when I did the math on that one. So that was kind of shocking for me, and I definitely need to work on that one. But research shows it takes that amount of time for the effects of the caffeine to be out of our systems. And when we have caffeine in our systems, we're not going to get the best night's sleep. Okay, the 3 means no more alcohol 3 hours before you go to sleep. 2 means no more work 2 hours before you go to sleep. And 1 means no more electronics 1 hour before you go to sleep. So all of these things are what your body needs to physically prepare for a good night's sleep. Now, obviously, this isn't possible every night. I mean, life happens, right? But I think it's good to, 1, understand these guidelines and how they benefit your body, and 2, to strive for it whenever possible. Number 6, engage in some type of self-care. Meditate, read a devotional, pray, have a conversation with God, take a bath, listen to relaxing music, stretch, journal, have a cup of tea. Whatever brings you joy and helps you feel rejuvenated, do it. And do not feel guilty about doing it. You will be better for it by doing it, which will make you better to your family and everyone around you. A car can't run on empty, and neither can you. Number 7, Focus on gratitude. Friends, this is so important. It's so important that it's a part of my morning routine as well. When we start and end our day focused on gratitude, kind of like the bookends I talked about at the beginning, it sets the foundation for the tone of everything else, whether it's your day or your sleep. Think of 2 things that you're grateful for and give thanks for them in your life. Even during challenging times, force yourself to dig deep and find 2 things that in your life that you're grateful for. Friends, there is always something to be grateful for. And when we train our minds to focus on those things, everything else gets put in perspective. So just like the morning routine, there are other things that can be added to your nighttime routine to personalize it for your life. But these 7 things are the foundation of a nighttime routine that will set you up for an awesome, rejuvenating night's sleep and prepare you physically, mentally, and emotionally to have a day that feels a whole lot more like thriving and a lot less just surviving. You got this. Want more of this? Let's stay connected. You can subscribe here. Also, make sure to scan the QR code to get weekly-ish visits from me in your email with tools and resources to help you get your kiddos and your family out of survival mode and on their way to thriving. I promise I will only send things I believe will be ultra valuable to you. So I'm so thrilled we got connected, and I can't wait to see you again. Welcome to the Well-Equipped family.